Hey guys, what's going on? So today I'm going to be restoring these Redwing work boots. These are my Redwing mock toe boots in the copper rough and tough leather that I got from J. Crew probably about 4 years ago. I don't know if you saw my last video, but in my last video I showed my entire boot collection, and it actually got me thinking about this pair because I actually didn't show this pair in that video. Reason being, they're just too beat up. As you can see, these things are covered in paint. They have stain on them, like wood stain. They have concrete on them. They have plaster. I mean, I have not been kind to these things at all. They've never been treated. They've really just been put to heavy work. And so it's for those reasons that I'm gonna just go all out, try to really clean them up, really try to recondition them, and try to squeeze as much life out of them as they have left. I have a feeling they have a lot more life left in them, but we will see. This is what I normally do. I take them in the sink, I rinse them off in the water just to get the initial dirt debris off. I'll be able to get the paint chips off a lot easier as well. And the tongue is gusseted, and so that's good because it allows for you to be able to run the tongue under the sink without getting any water inside of the boot. That's the last place you want water, is on the inside. And if you notice here, I'm actually not using any saddle soap or anything like that. I'm going straight to dish soap, actually. That's probably not the most recommended route to take, but I need something a little bit stronger than my saddle soap or my traditional leather cleaners. This stuff is called Castile soap, I believe. It's from Trader Joe's, and it's actually, I think it's got all natural oils in it. It's pretty organic, but yeah, it is a much harsher soap. It is meant to be used for dishes and kind of an all-purpose cleaner. I recommend using it on a pair of boots that are heavily soiled, heavily saturated in debris that you don't really care too much about. So as you can see, I got a lot of foaming going on, and I'm gonna rinse and repeat. I think I did each boot either 2 or 3 times just to make sure that they're fully clean as I can get them. And I will note also that there is some cherry wood stain that has penetrated and absorbed into the leather, and there's no way that that's ever gonna come out. There's also some other chemicals and some products that deeply penetrated into the fibers of the leather that there's no way they'll ever come out. Not that I'm that worried about them. You know, these are work boots. And like I said, I did soap these up a couple times and rinse them off. And as I was doing it, I actually noticed what looked like it wasn't dirt coming off of the boot. What I think was actually happening was I think I was actually cleaning some of the pigment out of the leather itself, because eventually, as I kept scrubbing, there was some orange sort of color rinsing off of the boots. And so that's why I think I was cleaning them so deeply that I was actually removing some of the pigment from the leather itself. Originally, these were in a pebble grain copper rough and tough leather, and what you're going to see here momentarily is when they're done drying, you're going to see that they're a lot lighter than, not only before I started cleaning them, but they're a lot lighter compared to when they were new, when they were brand new. They were actually more of an orangish, medium brown color. What you're seeing there is I am taking a real scrubbing sponge to them. I'm actually smoothing out some of the pebble grain, which is interesting. So when I'm done doing this, you'll see that in addition to the color that's changed, actually the texture has changed as well to a more smooth texture because I wore some of the pebble grain off. All right, get ready for it. Here's the before and here is the after. Quite a dramatic difference. They're a lot cleaner. A lot of the chemicals and a lot of the stain and a lot of the paint I was able to get off. A lot of that paint I had to actually just just scrape it off with my fingernail. But now you can see they've dried for 24 hours underneath a fan, and so they're fully dried. They're as clean as they're ever going to be. Again, I think they look pretty good. And now I'm going to apply the Armstrong's All Natural Boot Wax in Sienna. The Sienna color is a tan brown color, and I think it really is going to go well in these boots. It's really going to complement the aesthetic of these boots. If you have any copper rough and tough, this is the color I would recommend. And as you're gonna notice, I'm not actually applying any leather conditioner to this. The instructions would advise me to apply leather conditioner first. I'm actually just going straight for the boot wax here. Reason being is because I want this wax to really penetrate into the leather deeply. If I add coats of the leather conditioner to the boots, what that's going to do is it's going to nourish the boots, but it's also going to darken them up, and it wouldn't allow the wax to penetrate as effectively. So I'm going to actually skip that step and just let the wax really do its work and get in there and do its own thing. I may apply some conditioner after the fact, but I want to see what the wax can do on its own, because the wax will nourish the leather itself to a certain degree, and it's also going to apply some good waterproofing as well, and not to mention bring out that vibrant color that they once had. As I'm applying the wax with the application dauber, it is soaking up the wax, and it's really bringing these boots back to life. And even though these boots are damaged to a point, I think that this product is just doing a fantastic job at restoring these boots. And I have not been proud of these boots ever since I started really using them as work boots and beating them up. But I gotta say, now that they're getting restored, I'm actually looking forward to my next project when I'll be able to wear them again. Alright, and what we're looking at here is the left boot that has just been conditioned with the boot wax, and the right boot that has not been conditioned at all. As you can obviously see here, the right boot is dried out, it's needing some love, it's needing some TLC, whereas the left boot is looking very well nourished, very well conditioned. And yeah, that right one needs some help, so let's get it some help. And no boot conditioning operation would be complete without some buffing using a horsehair brush. As you can see, I'm just buffing it out, giving it a little bit of a shine, smoothing out the finish of the boot wax, making sure it's really well embedded and evened out and everything looks proper. And these laces that I'm throwing in there, actually, these are Mark Albert laces. They might be Pisgah laces, I'm not sure. But the original laces that I had in there was no salvaging them. I washed them off, but they were too beat up and too stained, so they had to go. All right, so we got a fresh coat of wax, fresh new laces. That's gonna really breathe life back into these boots, in my opinion. All right, so that's gonna do it. These boots are pretty much done for now. So if you have any Redwings and you are curious as to how far you could push them, it turns out you could push them pretty far. They're very rough boots and they're very sturdy work boots. I mostly made this video for people who are wondering how far they could push their Redwings in copper rough and tough, and kind of understanding all the different chemicals that they can be exposed to and still function, you know what I mean? I kind of pushed these to the limit. I wasn't sure that these were going to be able to be salvaged, but turns out, yeah, they got a lot of life left in them. And as you can see, the soles there still have plenty of tread left. Not to mention, you know, even the sole separated on me once and I had to glue it back down. So these have really taken a lot of abuse and they're still kicking. So anyways, that's gonna do it for now. Thanks a lot for watching. I am on Instagram if you want to follow me there. My username is AeroSurferLV. I will be posting pictures of these as I continue to wear them and as I continue to beat the crap out of them. I'll be posting a lot of patina updates as time goes by. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video.